Everyone says that progress is painful, that you should suffer your way to the top, but actually it's not the case. You can actually enjoy the journey instead of just going through it, suffering, and just being in the dark days, being in the tunnels. About 2 days ago, I had this like crazy revelation. It was just mind blowing to some extent. I was having like these depressive episodes I have every so often. I just didn't want to do anything. I was just totally unmotivated. I was just reconsidering if I doing the things right. I was thinking about yeah, the whole journey that got me to that point. And I started thinking, and every so often when you have like these depressive episodes, or just being sad in general, this voice or this thought occurs to you, and it says something. This time it was like, you don't have to just be in pain all the way to the top. You can actually enjoy the journey. I was like, okay, it's interesting. It makes sense. Like, why would you not make it enjoyable? So I listened more. He told me that I was doing the things wrong. It was like, yeah, okay, since I got here, that's probably the reason why I'm just not happy. You can change the things. And like this sentence, you can change the things, just hit a tick. I was like, yeah, I can, love. So I started thinking, what can I change? And another thing came. I was thinking about the way I set goals, the way I make progress, the way I measure it. And this was the thing. You can measure your progress like in two ways. You can measure it by the goal or by the things you do. And since one of them is outside your control, the better option is to choose the second one. Instead of just chasing the goal mindlessly and being sad when you don't achieve it, then chase it again, don't achieve it, and just spirals down into depression, just like I did. You can actually choose to measure your progress and your goal by the fact of the things you do or have you done. This means instead of just chasing the goal, you chase like these mini goals, perhaps, where you just set goals for yourself to do things. You measure your progress by making progress, which seems like, yeah, makes sense, but it didn't to me. This can be in a way of just, instead of just wanting the blue belt, wanting the girl, wanting the business, you measure yourself by the things you do. This could be cold approaching. It didn't even have to be a success, just going and talking. This could be working on your business, working on things, researching just for an hour. This could be paying more attention during the training. All the things I just mentioned, you can actually just you can affect, and since you can affect them, you have more power. You are more in control than if you were to have a goal of cold approaching and actually getting a contact, actually getting a sale, actually just submitting someone or getting the blue belt. And this seems like the most like normal and not groundbreaking like revelation, but it was for me. So I switched. Instead of being focused on the blue belt, I actually made like these mini goals of mine, like actually making the systems better, learning them. And I knew that if I just managed to learn enough of them, I would actually get the blue belt. So I started to focus on the things I could control, and I implemented them in all areas. Don't get me wrong, goals are like awesome. You should also just chase them, but in an intelligent way, not in the brainless and mindless ways I have been doing. I'm gonna give you an action step. Go ahead and set a goal, or if you already have one, just keep it. And break this goal down into like smaller things. Break them down to the things you should do to achieve them. This could be what do you need to do to get a blue belt. Well, most blue belts are around 2 years, 2 years in training. Okay, how much do they train? 3 to 4 times a week. Okay, how can I speed up? Training more, researching, doing things outside of the gym. Okay, instead of just chasing the blue belt mindlessly, you chase the mini goals, you chase the inputs. So you start researching more, you start training more, you start thinking about jiu-jitsu more. In business, it could be instead of making $10,000 a month, perhaps, which is like most basic goal, you start think, what do I need to do to make the money? You start breaking it down. Okay, what do most people do? They work on their business or just their purpose for 1 to 2 hours a day, every day. You can start doing that. You don't have any direction right now, but the more you just do the 2 hours, you can pinpoint the actual goal itself and the road. So you start researching for the first week, you learn all the basics, all the things, then you start going into specifics, how to create a better hook, how to create a better story, the better offer, get more leads, things like this. And you just start measuring yourself by the things that you do, not by the things that you achieve. This is like almost sounds like something that I could tell you to slow you down or something like this. Don't measure yourself by the goals, measure yourself by the journey. It seems like kind of deflated, kind of just unambitious. But let me tell you, if you try this for at least a week, which I beg you to, you're gonna see some changes. You're gonna be happier, you're gonna achieve more actually, and you're gonna have a more sense of progress. Try these ones.